Hi Aries, welcome back to the channel. This week, I don't know what's happened, but for some weird reason, I can't start your video. This is the 5th time I've tried to do it, but we're gonna keep going, we're gonna make sure we get the reading that's meant to come out. Normally I do a disclaimer, so let me get that out of the way quickly. These are general, it may or may not resonate. There's no time date on them, and last but not least, always trust your own intuition. Even if what I'm saying resonates, always follow through with what you know best. Okay, Beaver Aries. Makes sense, it's taken me long enough to do this reading. So I don't know if there's something you guys have been procrastinating, and if procrastinating's not the right word, then, well, the only alternative coming up is heavily putting off, which means procrastinating, so procrastinating. It's something that you guys have been sort of, you know, beavers, it takes them so many years to build a dam, right? And it seems like you have been building this dam, but you've almost been neglecting, I guess, what I'm seeing in my mind is neglecting the environment around it, if that makes sense. So your dam is built, that's great, but then when you look around, it's almost like, when did all this deforestation happen? So my readings sort of speak very, you know, micro to macro, and they speak more symbolically, I guess, is the best way to describe it. They work on multivocalic levels. So I guess what I'm trying to say is you've been so focused on one thing, you know, almost the ends of something. I'm hearing means justify the ends, right? But now that you sort of have those ends, it's like, did the means really justify it? Is kind of what I'm hearing. So what you're dealing with over here, you've starfish and horse. I'm really happy horse came out because it sort of grounds this reading. It really brings it back to earth. Sorry about that, Aries. I got a call mid-reading. Super weird. 888 showed up, so maybe that's a lucky number. But as I was saying, the horse card really brings this energy down to earth, right? And it almost feels like you've been away for a while mentally. I have to be honest, what I'm getting is sort of, you know, when we become so focused on something or so engulfed in it that the rest of the world sort of quiets down. We sort of start to, whether we mean to or not, we start to lose our threads that connect us to reality. That's kind of how it feels this week, Aries. It feels like you, for a while, you were so focused on building this dam, you know, getting this dam built. But now it's almost the step back and you're looking around and it's like, oh my God, that was happening while that was happening. This happened while I was so focused on this. And it's like, yeah, that's what happens when you sort of check out of reality for a quick second. But it's nice because what you're dealing with is starfish and horse. So with this combination, it does feel like friends, you know, and if it's not friends, then family, someone very close to you or a group of people that are very close to you that they're almost ready to welcome you back, if that makes sense. They're kind of like, hey man, like welcome back, it's been a minute. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Yeah, a moth coming to the light. I'm kind of just getting that you've been, I don't know if you've ever seen this phenomenon. It's so, as a logical, or, you know, I like to think I'm somewhat logical human being. When you see a moth just ram its head into a window, meanwhile the door is open, like literally a meter away, and you're just looking at it like, why do you keep bashing your head against the window when all you have to do is move over a little? It's kind of like that. And now I'm kind of getting this self sort of like, oh, why did I do that? What was I doing? You know, which is normal. You know, we all have moments like that where we just, the solution is right there and we would rather ram our heads into the window until we concuss ourselves. Human nature, it's a funny thing. So whatever it is this week, you know, this group of persons, God, English, these group of people are really gonna help you, and I am hearing they're kind of your grounding force in your life. These are the people that, you know, when shit goes south, you know you can lean back on them and they're gonna catch you, which is very nice, especially because in this world, I'm sure, you know, Aries, you guys would know, you guys have been through it. The second you turn your back, most people wouldn't even hesitate to put a knife in. And I know that's really sad, but it's true. So many people are like that. So many people have no problem just betraying someone else, or yeah, it's sad. It's life, but all that matters is that you actually have people who really care about you, and there is a group of people here that they're coming through very strong, and it's almost like they're screaming. They're like, we're here for you, Aries. So don't be afraid to really go to this group or person or place or job, whatever it is for you. Don't be afraid to open up to them. Don't be afraid to sort of tell them what's been on your mind. Tell them what's been weighing heavy on your heart. Because I do think, you know, what's that Beatles song? You get by with a little help from your friends, right? So that's what you're going to be doing this week. You're just getting by with your friends and family, and especially with Moth card, leaving behind a lot of dirt is just what's coming through. Leaving behind, yeah, dirt. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just unnecessary garbage that you've been carrying around, you know, perhaps emotionally or within your psyche. You might not have even realized that you've been carrying around all this BS, but now that you're speaking it, everyone's like, oh yeah, like, let that go. You know, now I'm kind of hearing, I don't know if you guys have ever had this happen to you, but you sort of keep a lot of things in, and then you start telling someone about how someone treated you, or this could be a workplace, how a workplace treated you, a school environment, and people are like, oh, that's really messed up. That, like, shouldn't have happened. That's not normal. But you're so used to it, so you're like, oh, that's not normal. And you're like, oh, that's not normal. It's kind of like that. You know? The more we keep in, like, yes, sometimes it's easier to just, and smarter a lot of the time, to keep things to ourselves, but there are certain situations where, you know, that's what friends and family are for. They're here to listen. They're here to help you work through whatever crap that you can't work through, you know? I feel like I should start doing a you know counter. I say that so much, don't I? I'm like, you know? It's like Ariana Grande. Okay, so let's see where this is heading. We'll try not to say, you know. Oh, now you guys are quiet? You guys were so open a few minutes ago. Okay. Vulture, yeah. There's a lot of stuff that needs to go, Aries. There's a lot of, as I said earlier, it's just dirt. I don't know how else to describe it. It's mucky, it should be put back in the ground, you know? Oh, see, there I go. You know, right back where it belongs. Just let it go, man. Whatever this is, your friends and family, because this is what it feels like. It just screams friends and family. It's like they've been waiting for you to quit for a long time, if that makes sense. If this has been a job that has been draining you, your friends and family are looking at you like, finally, it's about time you quit. It could be another friendship, a relationship, a school program, a really bad lease. There are so many things this could be, right? But bottom line, you're leaving it, you know? Peace out, A-Town, done. Just done. And great, okay. I'm happy this came out. The center of the situation is the unicorn. So I think there's a big returning to self that's happening with you, Aries. There's a huge sort of, okay, we tried this path. Clearly, it did not work. So now we kind of got to go back down another path. And I think a part of it, I don't know if, as I said earlier, you've been procrastinating something. And there was all this imagery at the beginning of you sort of going away from reality, losing those strings. And it's ironic that we have the unicorn right in the middle, right? Because that's the most, I mean, are unicorns even in our reality? I don't know. I haven't seen one yet. But they could be. I don't know. I haven't seen the whole world. So you're kind of coming back to yourself, but in the weirdest way. It's more real than you could really imagine. Does that kind of make sense? I know it sounds like tongues, but I swear. It's like you've lost a lot of connection to reality, but as you come back to your own reality, everything starts to make more sense. If that makes sense. You'll kind of start to realize why you did what you did, you know, why you procrastinated the way you did, why you kept hitting your head up against the wall the way you did. There's a lot of introspection coming through now with the unicorn card. There's a lot of questioning, which is good, you know, question why you do what you do. A lot of the times I feel like people are on autopilot, so they just go about their lives and just do what they're used to doing without ever stopping for a second and being like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this right? Is this meh? Because a lot of the time people can get stuck, right, into such a redundant, you know, a redundant schedule can easily become a redundant life very quickly. And that's, I mean, you're an Aries. That's probably frightening for you guys. Actually, I found out in Vedic astrology, I'm an Aries rising, which I think makes a lot more sense than Libra rising sometimes. So, yeah, there is this sense of you're breaking free from something, Aries. That's very clear. And you've supportive friends and family sort of, you know, waiting on the side with the oranges. You know, it's like you just finished a race. You finished a marathon and your family and friends are waiting with the oranges, with the water, with the gold star sticker that they'll stick on your forehead. I don't know. They're there to help out. They're there to support you. And I guess as these realizations sort of come up, you're going to be able to work through them and finally let them go. You know, this could be something that's been stopping you for years. You know, a certain behavior pattern, a certain mindset, a certain approach perhaps to the world that's really been holding you back. But this week it's all being, you know, put to the side. You're getting rid of it. You're transmuting it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a phenomenal week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.